that talks about Tulsa. People making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to covering important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is World One Development's News You Can Use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Mr. Damali Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, and on www.KBOB899.com, or tuning into any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, September 18th, 2024. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them. You can dial in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, we're going to talk about opportunities for contractors to engage in Tulsa development.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB, and we'll also discuss the blueprint recreated in the areas of business, entrepreneurship, and housing.
And of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are another alleged assassination of former President Trump, the Las Vegas getaway, and P. Diddy is arrested and denied bail, birthdays, and more.
Oh my God. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. Put your seatbelt on. We'll be right back, you guys.
EduRec is a youth and family fun center located at 5424 North Madison Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At EduRec, we offer a host of activities for children and families of the Tulsa community at little to no cost. To find out about the many programs, activities, and services offered at EduRec, please visit our website, www.edurectulsa.com, or just give us a call at 918-430-3947.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development.
And we are back. So News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things, one, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, family? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes Fitting Back In, EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, and 36th Street North Event Center. My job, because the world wants to know, is to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development with the emphasis on long-term goals, growth, profits, and the return on that investment. And I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer of World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I'm also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
Damali, happy hump day. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. What about you?
Man, I'm doing good. It's a nice day outside. Man, it is a lot going on in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
God, yes.
I woke up and I was thinking, we done went from, man, ain't nothing going on, to it's a whole lot going on.
All the time.
So we stay busy.
Yes.
Let me tell you, Tulsa community, we not complaining about anything because we told y'all to turn up and don't turn down. And y'all turning up. Damali, what about you? Do your schedule stay packed?
It's just booked, just always. It's just one thing after another. But that's great. That means that people are taking Tulsa seriously.
Yeah, and you know one thing I have realized is sometimes you just can't stay at each event the entire time.
Nope.
Now I done figured out what people
Pop
be
in.
like. Yeah, you got to pop in, pop. I'm be here for 30 minutes. I'm gonna come in.
Yep.
I'm a roll and I'm a vibe with the people, take some pictures, laugh, talk, and you just got to hit 2 or 3 spots in one night.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can see how to do it. What about you?
That's absolutely correct. You just got to make the rounds because, man, trying to stay at an event, no, it ain't never going to work. And then people get mad at you.
Right.
Like, oh, man, you went to that event, but you didn't come to my event. You be like, hey, it's only one of me. I don't have any clones, okay? Sorry.
Yeah, let me say this right now. Our goal is to make it to all of the events.
Yes.
Trust me, we the type that we just try our best to get there. So I just want to say Tulsa community, kudos to you, man. Here on Black Wall Street, there's a lot going on. Now I know it's been a little crazy stuff in certain areas, but we're gonna get better.
Yeah.
We're gonna get better with that, y'all. Now school done started back, football games are back going, but let's stay cool. We had a real good summer.
Yeah, we did.
Mayfest, Juneteenth, Legacy Fest, and all that stuff. We ain't had no problems. Black Wall Street Rally, no problems. Come on, Tulsa.
Yeah.
Let's keep on doing that and not having problems so we can get back to where everybody can come outside. Because like Corey D say, what'd he say?
We outside.
We outside, y'all. We trying to stay outside. So y'all stop that craziness when y'all outside so we all can stay outside.
Right.
Young, old, black, white, green, yellow. We don't care the color. So if you got a problem, stay at home. Go in the backyard. Duke it out. Knock the little stick off your shoulder. Do something like that. But when you come out amongst people, come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's think about more than just ourselves.
You know what? That is some great advice. Great advice. I'm glad you brought that up.
I'm excited about the show, though. Let's get this thing going.
All right, so before we get started, we want to send out prayers to the family, friends, and fans of musician Tito Jackson. He passed away on September 15th, which that was Sunday, at the age of 70 years old, suffering apparently from a heart attack.
You know what? That hurt my feelings.
Man, mine too.
That
man.
hurt my feelings.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I have grown to be so accustomed to just seeing him around town.
The Tito sightings.
The Tito sightings are all over the place. He's somewhere with a chiropractor getting his back cracked, then he over at White River grubbing, and he over at the Terrence Crutcher Foundation doing, then he with Uncle Bobby somewhere. He always with Mr. Harvey.
Yeah, Terry
somewhere.
Harvey.
And so personable, so nice, and when you see him, it just doesn't look like it was his time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we all got our dates. And that's one date we can't miss. We can't be late for it.
Yeah.
But 70 years is not bad, Damali,
Not
in
bad.
2024. 70, that means he got his 3 scores plus 10. But it made me think about the Jackson 5.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
ABC.
ABC.
Yes.
Oh, and I ain't going to do all that right there because I really get hyped up on y'all.
Right,
Y'all know
right.
about that.
Let's not.
But nevertheless, man, God rest his soul, man. We going to miss him. We love him. And our community here in Tulsa and fans all around the world is affected by this one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We also want to send out our prayers to the Terrence Crutcher family.
Yes.
On Monday, we honored the life of Terrence Crutcher, 8 years to the day that he was murdered, right down the street from our event center. And, we just want to always remember that family. So we were able to attend. They had a really nice memorial service for him over at Antioch Baptist Church. And shout out to Pastor Mayberry over there.
She did good.
Yes. And so they had it looked like it's like 60, 100 people in the choir.
Oh, man, that was a mass. I said, is this Mississippi Mass? Is this Mississippi or is this Antioch Mass?
Right.
Either way it go, and they was singing. Not
They was
singing, it's a difference.
Now, let me tell you this. I want to give a huge shout out to Daddy Crutcher, is
Oh
what
my
I
God.
call him. When I tell you, if you have not heard him play the organ or piano, OMG, you are missing a treat. I mean, his little fingers get to moving, and
I know.
So he did a phenomenal job of directing and leading the music for this event. And so, we just want to say to the Terrence Crutcher family that, Charles, myself, the World One Development family, we stand with you. And we love you guys. And if, you need us, we are right there.
I tell you what, man, my shout out go to little Terrence Crutcher.
Yes, on them
man,
drums.
he was on them drums and he was flipping them. I'm like, man, is this the, I didn't want to say, I was finna say the Booker T band, but you know how Booker T be doing it.
Yes.
But he had them going. And then a shout out to Cordero Booker.
Yes.
Because he was over there. He can get down.
Yes.
So to everybody that made that happen, Damali, here's my thing. When we opened the 36th Street North Event Center,
yes.
that's why I always remember, because we had just opened in April.
Yep.
And then this happened in August. And that's when we met Dr. Tiffany Crutcher.
Right.
So we know the adjustments that she made. We know the movement.
Yes.
And when you talk about movement, they said his name was going to be honored.
Yes.
And his name has been honored
Definitely.
at a great, great height. So we appreciate all of what the Terrence Crutcher Family Foundation. I added something.
Yeah, no family not in there. Yeah, just
we family. I'm trying to add us in there. Hold on.
All right.
Love you, Dr. Crutcher. You and the team, man. So shout out to all y'all. Love you all.
Yes. So, and we also want to give a huge shout out to the Black ownership movement.
Man,
from Arkansas.
come on, Arkansas, stand up.
Yes, and we'll talk about them a little bit more in our second segment as we
Right.
talk about, some of this other stuff. But just wanted to give them a huge shout out. I mean, there were about 40?
About 40?
Folks
40,
that
40,
came
45.
in from Arkansas. That's where JB and Charles hail from.
Hey.
Them is they people.
Come on, our
Yes.
people pulled up. I'm like, where y'all from? Little Rock, Pine Bluff,
Yeah.
Hope, Texarkana, Nashville, Prescott, Pine. I was like, oh, Camden, El Dorado.
It's a hodgepodge.
It's a hodgepodge. But hey, now you must admit the vibes was good with Arkansas.
Oh yeah,
Was the vibes good?
Yeah, absolutely. So we appreciate them for pulling up, and we'll tell you why they were here a little bit later. But just want to give them a huge shout out at the top of the show.
There you
to
go.
let them know we appreciate them for just coming and hanging out with us in Black Wall Street. AJ says Arkansas, the Rock City.
Man, let me tell you something. They pulled up in the charter bus, baby. AJ, let me tell you something. We all are proud.
Yeah.
Everybody on here from Arkansas, they pulled up in the charter bus. It's wrapped.
Yes.
And they got out, they was all uniform. You know what I mean? Represented. But we're going to talk more about that later.
Yes.
Y'all got to stay locked in.
Absolutely. So do we want to go ahead and jump into our Black
Black
History Trivia?
History Trivia question. Get your thinking cap on, not your Googling fingers.
Exactly.
Let's do this.
Okay, here we go. Black History Trivia. Who was the first black woman to become general in the U.S. Army? Was it A, Naja West? Was it B, Hazel Johnson Brown? Was it C, Lorna Matlock? Or was it D, Marcelita Harris?
JB Smooth, is on you, baby. Arkansas just came, so we got to represent today. We can't get it wrong.
Right.
I'm putting the pressure on JB. He got the lokes on. I don't.
Naja does not sound
That-
like
I
an
was with you.
African American name.
Yeah.
Or is that?
I'm going to
is
tell
that
you, all of
African?
these are African American women.
Okay.
All of them.
Yeah, so that process.
So we Jeremiah says B.
What year was this? Do we have a year?
Nope. I
No
ain't
year?
getting no
Read
year.
the question one more time, Damali.
Okay, here we go.
JB missed the question. One more time.
Okay, here we go. Black History Trivia. Who was the first black woman to become general in the U.S. Army? Was it A, Naja West, B, Hazel Johnson Brown, C, Lorna Matlock, or D, Marcelita Harris?
Man, this the protector of the people, JB Smooth.
So B is Jeremiah.
I'm going to go with the most simplest name on the list because back then people had normal names,
Oh, God. Here we go.
I just had to think of the time period this happened in. So I'm gonna go with Jeremiah's answer. I'm gonna guess with B, Jeremiah Hazel Johnson, Miss
so
Hazel
JB.
Johnson Brown.
JB. Who else? AJ says B. Pat says B. Okay.
Man.
Dang, everybody going with B. So let me guess, Charles. What you going?
I've thought about it. I'm trying to make my best educated guess. I thought about this thing, and my final answer is B.
I knew you was gonna go B.
Come on, y'all. What up?
Under normal circumstances, he would go with C.
Right, exactly.
And Eli said he remember reading this Brown.
Okay,
Okay.
Eli.
Thank you, Eli. Appreciate the confirmation.
Let me get some quick shout outs, man. Let me tell y'all, we got a loaded show today that you can't miss. So right now, start clicking share right now. because we got to show that you cannot miss the details. But I'm going to do some quick shout-outs. We got a lot of secret listeners, JB Smooth.
What up?
Damali, we got a lot of secret listeners
What's
up in here
y'all?
today.
We see y'all.
But Jeremiah Blackwell is in the house from Mississippi.
Hey, Jeremiah.
He said he here early. It's a double standard Wednesday, laugh out loud.
Okay.
Miss Maybelle Waters at Theater
Hey,
North.
Miss Maybelle.
Welcome to the show. My cousin, Courtney Berry.
Hey, Courtney. What's
She was
happening,
actually
cousin?
at church with me Sunday. I ain't say nothing because Courtney rolled up in the church all fly at World One for Christ. Shout out to World One for Christ.
Oh, okay.
Bishop's birthday right around
I
the
didn't
corner.
even see her. So
She came and
slid
sat
in
down.
slid out.
Everybody was trying to see who she was. I never said nothing.
Yeah.
Because it be your own people.
I know, right?
Always trying to figure out something. So I just let everybody sit there and sweat. Cousin, so thank you for that opportunity.
Yes.
Because people be all up in everybody else's business.
Kool-Aid, in the Kool-Aid.
Shout out to Mama.
Hey, Mama.
She's on here. Mama, love you. Eli, of course,
Yes.
Mr. Grayson's in the building. Franchelle Abdallah.
Hey, sis, how are you?
World-renowned developer in the building. AJ, Mr. J-Bone down there, J-Bone Lounge, the Arkansas ambassador. Don't forget that.
Yes.
And don't forget the fro.
Yes.
Pastor Anthony Harper.
Hey.
That's the family right there. Hey, look,
Oh,
Pastor
okay.
Anthony, we family. I'm a Harper, you Harper. Hey, we going to work it out. Mr. Energize in here. Also, welcome to the show, Patricia Griffin.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Miss Ernestine Broom. That is
Hey,
our royalty. We
Miss
love
Broom,
her.
how are you?
Hey, we got to come see you, Miss Broom, too. Don't you
Yes.
need a hug?
Yes.
Don't she get the best hug?
Yes,
And then
yes,
she going to give you a
yes.
little kiss on the cheek.
Yes.
And be like, I love you, baby. Like, you sure do. You get all
I know,
emotional.
I know.
I've been going through some things. My face, she get that little kiss. We appreciate that. It's more on, and I promise I'm going to come back, but we got to get this show started. We got over 2,000 people on the live. So what we going to roll into? We're going to take a break, or we just going to get right to it, DJ JB Smooth?
Right to it.
All right, right to it. Let's go then. Let's make it happen. Okay, so if you are in Tulsa, and even if you're not in Tulsa, if you are a fan or a regular listener of this show, we've been talking about all of the different developments that are happening in North Tulsa. It is so refreshing to drive down the road. Even though I can't stand orange cones,
Man,
I can't stand
it's time to slow down. That's the problem.
Right.
You don't want to slow down.
Don't do
That's
that.
why you got all them
Look,
speeding
don't do
tickets.
me.
Them orange cones, JB Smooth, means slow down. And she don't want to have nothing to do with taking her foot off the gas, putting it on the brake.
Right.
But you can proceed. Go ahead and get the people
That
what they
part,
need.
yeah.
I plead not guilty.
But orange cones are not my friend. However, to see them in North Tulsa,
Hey.
I'm telling you, has just given me a new position, about to what's happening in Tulsa. I mean, there are so many developments that are actually really all happening at the same time.
Right now.
Yeah, and so, we're excited about that, but not only are we excited about the fact that these that they're happening, we want to provide information and context to those who can be impacted by it.
Can I tell you something about them cones? Here's my problem with the cones. Now, let me tell y'all something. Y'all work or something. Now, I love y'all now, but let me tell y'all something. Now,
I know
y'all
what
is
you
about to
say.
make me have a wreck in the Tahoe.
That part.
Because they switched the cones.
And it's like in the morning it's in one way, and then in the evening you come back and it's another way.
It's like they switch the cones every time I leave the event center.
Yeah.
So I tell you right now, you better not be texting and driving with them cones, or
Boy.
you're gonna run over about 20 of them.
Right.
So
Just take 'em
one,
out.
it's like trying to go in to get your car washed. So they real
AJ
tight.
AJ said, "Be safe because those orange cones will chase you."
You done told your horn, and every time you drive, you hear this. Bah, 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 bah. I said somebody got them cones.
Right.
But like because I'm telling you, from almost Oasis. Yeah. Sometime all the way to 56th Street North in Peoria.
Yeah.
It's just all these different mazes of cones they're trying to figure
Go
out
that
this way.
Go
and
that
then when
way.
it change, you look up, you coming right towards some headlights.
Yeah, you like,
So
whoa.
you definitely don't want to be drinking and
you
driving.
will get a ticket for speeding
a
on
big
46.
Yeah.
And
You'll get
the
a ticket.
ticket, and it's not on. You don't only get a double up at Oasis.
Right.
You get a double up on that ticket.
Yes.
I'm telling y'all something. Do not get
Yes,
caught
don't do
speeding
it.
in the
Don't
work
do it.
zone.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't, because
No.
too many people die from that.
Yeah.
So slow down a little bit.
One of my
You'll
good
be all right.
friends that I graduated high school. Well, he was older than me, but we were in high school together. He got killed in a construction zone on the expressway. Loved him to death, and that was horrible for us that went to school with him. But yeah, so what we want to talk about is we've been talking about. So for example, the Envision Comanche project that is right across the street. So that is right in the area that we're talking about, where the 36th Street North Event Center is located. And yeah, that's where they're doing these lane switches all the time, and it's driving us
And if you're
nuts.
not from here, that's 36th Street North and Peoria. We're on the north side.
North Peoria,
Is it
yeah.
north? When you're from
To the north.
When you're from North Tulsa, how do y'all say it?
To the north.
See, me, I say North Tulsa. So
Some
if
people
you're not
say
from
north.
here, but the other people say what? JB's moving.
The north.
So when you hear
That's
say
New
when you hear North, Teresa Elliott, welcome to the show, my sister.
Hey, sister.
And here's the ticket. Get your pen and your pad out because this is either going to bless you or somebody you know, or maybe some of these youngsters that need to get in position for all of this development because we're trying to get into some generational wealth.
So I'm going to just rattle off some of this information really quick, and then we're going to unpack it a little bit
after
more.
that.
Okay? So the Envision Comanche project that's happening is a $190 million multi-year investment. They're going to be building 545 new apartments. Those are just the apartments. There's going to be 2 housing additions that are going to be sandwiched within that, and there's also going to be like a mini grocery store and all of that in that particular development. The Black Wall Street Square. That's going to be located at MLK and Reading Street.
Right.
And, shout out to the late Terry McGee.
Yes.
This was his baby, and unfortunately we lost Terry a couple years ago. But the vision continues, so shout out to his kids for keeping this vision alive and working with the powers that be to make sure that this takes place. But this is an $8 million project. It's going to be 25 single family townhomes that are going to be built at that location. Then of course there's the Evans Fin Tube,
right?
Which is a $68 million project. We ain't gonna talk about that much because
we'll get mad and get hot.
Exactly.
Let me do this because Dr. Crutcher did her ribbon cutting ceremony at North Point. You know what I mean? And that's her headquarters now.
Yep.
And that's a multi-million-dollar development. So people will also be able to engage with that, and that's right adjacent to Black Wall Street Square.
Right.
So that's another big one. So shout out to Dr. Tiffany Crutcher. I seen them all out there. We was trying. That's another day with a lot going on.
Man,
but nevertheless, check out North Point. Support Dr. Crutcher. But that's another development that's going on in North Tulsa.
And then there is the Kirkpatrick Heights Greenwood development that's happening. That's going to be 56 acres of land.
Yes.
Right. That's going to be redeveloped. So they're working on the master plan for that right now. So what that equates to, we're talking 56 acres of land. So that's a lot of building.
That's a lot right by downtown.
Right.
So this is stuff about downtown. And I'm going to add this. If you don't know what we're talking about, just think about what a MLK parade in Tulsa kicks off. So that area where we all line up, and we be jamming and we be stepping. I'm getting confused. I'm getting off because I be jamming. I be doing my step. My frats be out there. But where the MLK parade kicks off, that's the Kirkpatrick Heights area right
that
there.
Area. And it's 56 acres, so it's
Man,
a large swath of land. Okay, and then we also have GEM, which stands for GEM, and it stands for Greenwood Entrepreneurship at Moton, which is the old Moton Hospital.
Right.
That's located right at Greenwood and Pine. And that development is a $5 million, there's a $5 million investment from the city of Tulsa and Tulsa County. This sits on 3.5 acres of land. It's a 12,000 square foot facility that's going to be complete with programming and incubator space.
Right.
Okay. And so these are just some of the developments. You already mentioned Dr. Crutcher space up here at North Point. So these are just some of the developments that are actually currently happening in our community. Now, why am I telling you this? And why did I rattle off how many millions that these are worth?
That's a lot.
The reason I rattled that off is because there is money that can be made by small business owners. So if you do sheetrock, if you haul dirt, if you do
landscaping,
framing, yeah.
You know what? Framing is where the money is, I heard.
Baby.
Framing.
Yeah.
So you framers out there, pull up. I heard the framing is big. To me, it seemed like HVAC.
Yeah, HVAC is another
you got to have that cool air and that heat in that bad boy.
Yep.
But even the contracts, like you said, if you're doing a dirt removal with those dump trucks, is a good contract.
Yeah.
If landscaping is a good contract. So property management.
Yep.
For some of y'all don't want to get no dirt under your fingernails. There's also other options. But the ticket is you have to get engaged. And Damali, I'm going to tell you what I love about all of these. Almost for each one of these, we did the engagement.
Yes.
So here's the ticket. We was talking about this stuff. And Damali, sometime when I'm at an EduRec or the event center at Oasis, what is going on? So here's the ticket. If nothing else, y'all, stay locked in. Follow what's going on. If you don't have time to listen to nothing, at least listen to World One Development News you can use on KBOB because we're going to be giving y'all the facts.
Exactly.
So people could not believe that. People coming back home now said, man, where's Comanche? Said, we've been telling y'all. We tell you Comanche was going to be gone by July.
Yeah.
And the other structure, now, this is the reason why you have to engage. Right there, right across from where Comanche used to be, come by there right now, they like a month ahead of schedule.
Yes.
So you talking about going up 4 stories, it's commercial at the bottom, it's going to be 100 units, 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, and some of the people that left Comanche, they have their, it's not called a voucher, what is it called?
Yeah.
voucher,
They have a
so they
voucher.
can come back early
can come
because
back.
they've had to go find somewhere else to live while they do all of this
So
infrastructure.
we're not.
and
So basically,
stuff.
what he's saying is we're not displacing anyone.
No displacement. So, and that's what people grab onto. All the people gone now, they display. See, it be your own people.
Right.
You got to engage and
Right.
not just listen to the hearsay, she say, all that. Because Damali and I have been a part of this since 2017. And we get updates and we trying to make sure everybody is plugged in. I'm off my soapbox.
Right.
I'm off.
So what we're trying to do, and we've been saying this all along, the day from day one when we first got the information that all
Yes.
of this stuff was coming, we've been making an appeal to all of the contractors out there that are under the sound of my voice, and even if you're not, if you know someone who is a plumber, an electrician, that can benefit from these jobs that are actually coming. We've been talking to you guys saying, hey, listen, we want black contractors to engage, and we want you guys to be ready. We need you to go get your certifications. We need you to make sure you have your insurance. We need you to make sure that you have everything you need so
That's
that
it.
way you cannot be denied. Now, well, you can still be denied, but what I'm saying is if you have all your ducks in a row.
You're in a better position.
Exactly.
And I'll say this and I'll add, I'm not just going to throw names out there, but if we saying it is true. So we just had a meeting last week.
Yes.
And the lead person, the general contractor of all of development, we met and we sat down, also to city council and some others. I'm going to say it like that. So this is intentional what we're doing. So we're not saying this just to be saying it. Mark your calendar for November 16th at the 36th Street North Event Center. A lot of these projects, and there's other projects that you can participate in. So what we're going to do is have everybody come in, present the roadmap, but like Damali said, come with your stuff. Because it's not just these big projects that you can do, because a lot of times when you see that, Nabos is coming, Flint Co is coming, Crossland is, the big ones coming. But when you are a startup, you don't really have to grab those 40, 50 million, because the ticket is your bond and got to be enough to cover everything.
Exactly.
And sometimes that's not the case. So what we're trying to do is bite-size some of the stuff, finding a way to do this thing I call just getting in the game.
Exactly.
Because for a new startup business, a $50,000 contract, a $100,000 contract,
You
a
eating.
$200,000 contract is enough to get you started. So we're doing
You're
some
eating.
intentional
Yeah.
things to make
Yeah.
these things happen and go forth. And I am so excited about these contracts. And here's the thing too, Damali. This is what I was thinking this morning. Pat me on the back if you need to. Don't burp me like a baby, though. Don't burp me like a baby. Pat me on the back. Here's the ticket. I was talking to DJ JB Smooth with his Loke Zone. Look, y'all, if y'all don't start just grabbing all y'all stuff and coming and showing up, I saw me, you, and JB in hard hats this morning.
You did?
I'm like, look, if y'all don't come get this, I'll be the developer. I try to stay in my own lane.
Right.
We do the events and we do EduRec, me and Jay. We do our own thing. We did the engagement. But I refuse to let all this generational wealth go by because people are nervous. So show up. You can't fake showing up. Then Chris Mathorn said us don't stay for him.
Yeah.
So y'all show. I'm serious when I said that to Damali. I mean, we will spin up a development corporation.
Y'all don't know. I'm the HGTV queen. Do not play with me.
And here's another thing. Speaking with the guy working with HUD, the ones over a lot of these developments, here it is, and I'm giving you what the game is. That's why you have to tune in to News You Can Use. I'm gonna give some shout outs in a minute. He said, Charles, it's not just Envision Comanche, it's not just these big ones, but I have many things that happen all the time. So say if on a weekend an apartment, 10 of the apartments within a duplex burn down.
Right.
Crossland, Nabos, they're not looking at that.
Right.
But that's a $50,000, $75,000. And I said, man, look, let me tell you something right now. For a small company, just not getting started, imagine that you're going to go in and fully renovate.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you get your pay scale and structure together. They get tons. Did you hear me? They get tons of those. So we trying to set it up where when all these smaller jobs from 50 to maybe 200, they just pop up.
Yeah.
Some catch on fire somewhere, some houses. But we want to just grab them and just continue to build up to where you want to be.
Right.
So have your business ready to scale it up. Sometimes got to scale down a little bit if the money slow down.
Right.
But a lot of people, and minorities, let me just say that. When I say minority, I'm talking about people look like us because we running behind.
Right.
JB, I got to call it what it is, JB. I'm talking about us right now.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody, but I'm just saying anybody can guess that in North Tulsa, we're running behind everybody, and we have to catch up.
Tardy for the party.
Yeah, tardy for the party with no money. You know, they late dollar short. So, Damali, I think you said the same thing that goes along with my motto. I don't know your motto. My motto is stay ready, so you have to get ready.
Yeah.
What's your motto?
Yeah. I don't really have a motto.
I got another one.
Oh, what you got?
Ain't no business like show business.
That ain't your
JB,
motto.
you got a motto?
That is not your motto.
It sound good though when I
It
said it.
did sound good.
Ain't no business.
What's understood ain't got to be explained.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm
that's
talking about?
good.
See, we from Arkansas. The one
Yeah.
thing about us, we got
gonna
all
come
that
up with
stuff.
something.
We got something to say real quick. But it's not just that, Damali. I'm gonna add this lastly. I understand. I'll tell you. I understand if you are a new startup and maybe you're young, you haven't been out of school. It can be intimidating to walk on to a $10 million, $20 million, $30 million site. So what we're gonna try to add to this is the etiquette to contractors' life.
And
Can
you know
we call
what?
it that?
This is the thing. Just focus on, and I'm gonna give this term a shout out to SB the Grindaholic.
Come on.
Stay in your zone of genius.
I like that.
Okay, so you ain't got to worry about it. If everybody's doing all this other stuff
do all
around you,
that.
don't worry about it. If your focus is plumbing, just figure out what's going on with the plumbing. That's all you there for.
That's
is
your lane.
plumbing. That's my lane. You know, if my lane is drywall, that's my lane. Don't worry about all this other stuff that's going on. Figure out what you need to do to secure that contract for yourself.
And another thing too, I want to say, join the chamber. I'm just gonna say join the chamber.
And we'll talk about that in the next.
We're gonna hit that in the next
yeah.
segment. Okay. But again, the last thing I said, and I think we'll take a quick break because JB is playing the music and it's sounding good, and I want to dance just a little bit. I don't know about y'all, but
Take that.
we ain't gonna do that dance
We ain't
though.
gonna-
I'm scared of that. I almost ran off. But anyway, the etiquettes of being a contractor, Damali, meaning when you go to a work site, who do you talk to? That way you're not just talking to a homeboy or a person that you just know, but you know who to talk to, what to do. And you know, you got to say it with your chest. This is the time to have confidence. Not head down, none of that. You got to come out there like you know your way around the building.
Yeah,
With
have your
that being
business
said,
cards and all of that. You know,
Sometimes life is just about having confidence.
Yeah.
On that,
Yeah,
we're going to
you're
take a
right.
quick break because KBOB, Uncle Bobby demands us to have confidence. So that's why we
Right.
exude that the way that we do. But we're going to take a quick break. What we're going to get into next, Bobby?
we're going to talk a little bit about Tulsa's Greenwood is the blueprint.
We're going to stop right there. This is KBOB 89.9 FM World One Development News. You can use Charles and Damali, and we're going to talk about that blueprint. We coming right back, y'all.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive. Reaching the community, the Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa, Jimmy.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM. World One Development, Charles and Damali, and we are back.
And we are back. So we were previously talking about, all of the development that is currently happening in North Tulsa.
Yes.
And how exciting it is for our community and refreshing it is for our community. But the truth is, we want to make sure that people from our community benefit.
Absolutely.
And we are beginning to create generational as well as legacy wealth from the developments that are happening in our community.
And here's the ticket, Damali, and I'll say this, and I know we're going right into it.
Right.
Our issue is we got less than 1% of the wealth in this world. So can I say that one more time?
Say it again.
Us as African American people, we got less than 1% of the wealth in this country. What that says to me, I don't know what it says to you, is people look at us like consumers.
Right.
Now, we do be ready to spend some bread, I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, we still got to be able to figure out how to create some generational wealth. Nothing wrong with spending money, but we can't just be looked at as we just consumers, that we don't want to participate to create generational wealth for our kids and our kids' kids, so on and so forth, and for our community.
And the thing that I appreciate, and we'll talk about this a little bit more in detail, but that I appreciate from our Omaha friends,
yes,
right, is that I learned, which I didn't even know this, is that Tulsa spends $6.1 or $6.3 million.
No.
What? Tell me.
Tulsa spends $1.4 billion.
There you go.
Annually.
There you go. That's
us.
Us. Yeah.
Not everybody.
Yeah.
Black folk.
Yeah.
Do you say folks?
Folks. Yeah. Folks.
See, I be letting everything out.
Folks.
See, in Arkansas, we make it depends on where we are.
Depends.
We'll say
Depends on who you're talking
folks.
to.
Thank God you can say both folks.
Yeah.
Depends on where you are. Folk.
Yeah.
Because folk don't understand folks, and folks don't understand folk.
Right.
Nevertheless, we're not gonna get into that right now.
Yeah. So $1.3
billion we spend.
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah.
Every year.
So let me tell you.
And it might be 1.4. It's 1.3 or 1.4. Either way it goes.
But it's a lot of money.
It's
and this
significant.
is money that we have. So when you hear these rumors about the fact that black people are broke, we ain't got no money.
We spending money, y'all.
No, we spending money.
We spending that bread.
Look in your closet and see how many pairs of Jordans you got.
You know
there
what?
You go right there.
I think it's because in North Tulsa, I keep saying the right stuff. I say money, then I say bread. I'm saying dinero. I don't know if in Mexico, but I'm just trying to make sure everybody understand, y'all.
Yeah,
What you say? Pesos. Racks.
Right.
Racks on racks. Up to
Right.
the kids. Racks on racks. I'm just trying to make
Dinero.
sure.
Right.
Dinero. I'm just trying to make sure everybody's understanding. Let me do some quick shout outs. Because I don't want nobody to feel like we're forgetting. My son Khalil's in. He said he clocking in.
Hey,
welcome.
hey.
He down there in Oklahoma City. Linda Jean.
Hi, Linda
Lambert,
Jean.
welcome
How
to
are
the
you?
show. Miss Deborah, welcome to the show. E from Pine Bluff.
Hey,
she writes
hey.
in that newspaper.
Yes.
E, welcome to the show. I'm going to leave it right there.
Right. So just to give you guys a little history.
Come on. The blueprint. We get into the blueprint
We're going to
part.
talk about the blueprint.
Okay.
And so let me say this. When O.W. Gurley came here, he was a wealthy African American from Arkansas.
Where you from one more time?
Arkansas.
Say it with your chest.
I said it.
He is from Arkansas.
Yeah, so he
Okay.
was from Arkansas.
All right.
He moved to Tulsa and he purchased over 40 acres of land. But this is what I like.
Okay.
And the word that we are using more and more in Charles and I's vocabulary is intentional.
Intentional.
Okay. So when he purchased this 40 acres of land, he purchased it with the intention to only sell it to black people.
Hey.
Period. No questions asked. I'm going to sell this to black folks who are wanting to start a business, and to live in a community that is all about us.
So what I just want to say real quick, the blueprint that was part of Black Wall Street was intentional.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to say that was intentional. It wasn't unintentional. It didn't just happen.
No.
It was intentional.
It
What
was
happened?
intentional.
Okay.
And the reason that he did this is because he wanted his investment to become an economic model for community determination, economic power, and resilience.
Right.
And so what we call that is the Black Wall Street blueprint.
You can read it faster this time, just so people can hit it. Boom, boom, boom.
Yes. So what he wanted to do with his investment is
Who?
O.W. Gurley. So he is the African American from Arkansas who actually purchased 40 acres of land right here in Tulsa, and he only sold it to black people because he wanted it to be an economic model of community determination, economic power, and resilience that we now call the Black Wall Street blueprint.
Okay, we can keep on rolling now.
Okay. And so within this blueprint, we had everything we needed in our community,
Right.
meaning the black community. So let me be specific. In the black community. So we had our own airstrip. We had lawyers, doctors, teachers. We had dentists.
30 grocery stores.
30
So you
grocery
can even
stores.
think about that.
Jewelry
30 now.
stores.
We
Yeah.
got one. Back then, over a century ago, we had 30
Yeah.
grocery stores.
Everything that you needed to run your life.
But think about this: 30 grocery stores in North Tulsa alone.
Right.
It might be 30 grocery stores in the whole city almost.
Exactly.
But anyway, it's probably more than that.
and because of that, right, then the dollar circulated 19 to 36 times in our community, and it stayed in our community for almost a year.
How long did the dollar stay?
It stayed in here almost a year.
Come on, welcome to the show, Uncle Brian. Appreciate you tuning in. He said, hello, family. But here's the thing. I wanted to say, they said now our dollars, right now, circulate about 30 seconds. Right now. That's why we're spending $1.4 billion annually, us, because our money, and if we're not even spending it with us, but ooh, what would Black Wall Street look like if we were spending half of $1.4 billion, in our community?
Right.
Even if you are spending it fast.
Right.
But that's why they had the economic engine, because their money, they black dollar, stayed in their own community for a year. That's huge.
So Black Wall Street was a thriving community because it was built out of necessity and sheer determination.
Right.
And so this is what I'm saying, because I remember coming up as a kid, and my mom is on the live right now, but my mom used to tell us all the time, well, we did everything in North Tulsa because we didn't have no choice. Everything we did, and we had our own radio station. My mom talks about Miss Cleveland's, which was like a diner, a cafe. They had bowling alleys. I mean, they had everything that they needed. Entertainment was taken care of, food taken care of, grocery store taken care of, everything that they needed. It was a self-sufficient community. They never had to veer outside of the Greenwood district for anything.
Let me think about this. I know it was done out of necessity. This is just what I'm thinking because I'm a numbers guy.
Right.
Because I know the burning down of Greenwood didn't have nothing to do with the white lady and the black guy. I know that wasn't it.
Right.
But in my mind, we still within the city of Tulsa. I'm just asking this. I ain't never heard this. Somebody might have said it because nothing new under the sun. But my thought is the city understood how much money was being spent.
Right.
So now we understand, because back then I don't know what was being spent, but I know today we spending $1.4 billion. So do you think the city, looking at the numbers, like, man, we don't want them to eat with us, we don't want them to shop with us, we don't want them to come across them tracks, we don't want their kids in our schools, we don't want none of that. The problem is they spending all this money. So they got all these big houses, and it looked like they might be doing better than us.
Exactly.
So I think it might have been like this. Now I'm not saying the city. Don't none of y'all cities come down here. Some of y'all my friends. It's a different time. We just processing something.
Right.
But Damali, when you look at $1.4 billion, you don't think that's motivation to burn some stuff down?
Man.
And then create some commercials to say come south to shop and take everything north and build that little highway that's in every urban community.
Exactly.
No matter where we travel, because since we don't just stay in Tulsa and we go to Omaha and we go to Louisville and we go out to California and we go to Kansas City and we go to Memphis, it's the same thing. So it's a different kind of blueprint that happened to us because of the blueprint that was making us successful.
Yeah. And so all of that is based off of fear.
Man.
Right? And so what has been used, and this is something that I see today, even with this presidential election that's about to take place. And so I'm going to tie the two together. So when the 1921 race massacre took place, right, and all of our stuff was burned down, right, then it was like the dirty little secret that we kept in Tulsa, and black people didn't talk about it because they were afraid it would happen again, that history would repeat itself. So we ain't even sharing the history. We ain't telling nobody about it. If you happen to know, then we're like, shh, don't talk about that, because the white people might get mad. But then it's the same thing that I see in this presidential election. In this presidential election, all I see with our former president Donald Trump is that you're trying to win votes by instilling fear. they're eating our pets, and it's like, come on,
Don't
man.
say nothing about them dogs and them cats, because
Right.
I ain't stopped laughing at that
Right.
yet.
But
you can't-
do you see my point? I mean, it's like you're trying to, saying stuff like, we have the worst immigration, we have the worst this, we have the worst that, this is happening. Like our country is like, I'm like, where is he talking about? When I'm listening to him talk, I'm like, I don't see this in my community.
I'm in my think tank. Can I add one more thing?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go to the live. Let me go to the live first. Let me go to the live. My bad, y'all. And then I'm still gonna try to remember my thought. I'm past 50, so it'll go away from me. But anyway, on the live, Uncle Brian is in the building.
Yes.
Werner Barnes, welcome to the show.
Hey,
AJ
hey.
is doing the hand claps. Uncle Brian said they wanted us to be poor and desolate. Woo.
Destitute,
I
yeah.
agree. Destitute.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Let me say this. Another thing. So, because I'm just in my think tank today.
Right.
So back then, it was fear. Don't talk about the dirty little secret.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going back 100 years ago. Don't talk about the massacre. People that lived here didn't even know about the massacre.
Right.
Right? I'm coming to present time. So now you can't use the fear because of social media.
Right.
Because of all these other tools. So now since fear don't work in all these different communities,
Right.
guess what? Now it's a law.
Yeah.
You can't teach black history.
Yeah, we're going to hit you on the political side.
And about a year and a half ago, it was only like Tulsa, Texas, and maybe only 3 or 4 states. You know what, Damali?
What's that?
It's like 45, 46 states now. You cannot teach black history.
And that's crazy.
So now that the dirty little secret can't stay covered up, because you got TikTok and everything
Yeah.
out here. So that, they're telling everything. So let's just not teach it. And we don't want people to feel uncomfortable, or we don't want to be blamed. But the ticket is our history. Black history is our history.
It's American
And
history.
so the ticket is, we done grew up. You don't work at Booker T. You got plenty of friends. I do. We don't look at it like all our white friends did this to us. We don't even look at it like
No.
that. But we need to understand that, not that it's that why we got less than 1% of the wealth, but at the end of the day, we don't have the hand up, man. You know what I mean? We boot scrapping, trying to make it out here.
Right.
The banks and the lending and the education and the health system, all that stuff is just not fair. And we don't want our kids to think grandpa and parents not trying to get generational wealth. They're not trying to be educated, and they're not trying to get you in good schools. It's just some barriers there for us, and that's just reality.
Yeah. And so, in my opinion, I think that not that I'm saying that everybody should be segregated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't
But
want to do that.
no,
because
we don't wanna
we
do
can't
that.
do it no way now. It's a big
Right.
melting pot.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that we've got to work together
I agree with that.
like other ethnicities do. Right? There are other ethnicities that when they come to this country, they migrate here. When they get here, if it takes, 15 of them to live in a house together, hey, that's what we're going to do by any means necessary.
I got
Right?
the answer.
Yeah. What's that?
I think I got the answer. Either I got it or JB Smooth got it, because Arkansas is in the house today.
Uh-oh.
This is what I'm thinking, because you never know about this world. This world's so crazy now. If they eating dogs and cats, I can say my piece.
Okay.
If they eating dogs and cats, if that's what presidents are saying, I feel confident
Yes.
that I can
can say
say
your
my
part.
piece, because
Yes.
it make more sense than that.
Right.
How good would it be if each race had a representative
Okay.
for the collective?
Okay.
Here's the government structure. So here's the white representative. Here's the black representative. Here's the Hispanic representative. Here's the Native American representative. And when every representative sit down, they speak on behalf of their people to make sure that we can be a little bit more fair. That way, when we get to the table of what they call diversity and inclusion, even though it's one of us there in 100, what diversity and inclusion are we dealing with?
Exactly.
But we're just not equally represented. That's why you can come in Tulsa, and you can go to South Tulsa, you can go to East Tulsa, you can go to West Tulsa. When you come north, you can tell. Now, we're on the way back now. We're
Right,
on the
right,
way back. But you can tell who's been neglected easily.
Yeah.
So representation can't be at the table for us to only have one grocery store, and people be mad about that.
Well, and the representation cannot be somebody who does not look like us that's
Come
trying
on.
to tell us what we need in our
Don't
community.
nobody like that.
Yeah.
You know what
So,
I mean?
and we'll get off that soapbox because we can stay there all day.
We got to go
But-
back. Teresa's on. Let me go to the live,
Okay.
because they blame me for not
Okay.
saying something on the live. But AJ, thanks for all of the hand claps and all your good stuff. We love AJ.
Yes.
Corman Reynolds is watching.
Carmen, how you doing,
Welcome
sis?
to the show. Teresa said, "That's your sister. Read what she said. 'Cause that's your sister.
Oh,
Y'all
okay.
family.
So
It's a
she
family affair."
says they don't want black history or critical race theory. They don't want the white race to feel inferior, but you want to teach slavery.
That's it. JB Smooth, what you think about that with your Loke song?
Man, it's a tough
Deal,
it's
huh?
a tough deal. I mean, y'all been on boots on the ground with this thing, fighting for what's right. Everybody deserves to be able to learn the history of what happened with their, the heritage and lineage and their ancestors. And for like when the state of Oklahoma did that, that was just like, a slap in the face to all black people, minorities, period.
Right.
That you can't teach us or they don't want everybody else to learn. It's just a terrible situation overall.
Yeah, can I add to, because I want to ask you, because of us, and we, different states, different schools, if you had to just learn from your school, where would you think our black race started from the school perspective? Because I know your mom.
Slavery.
What would you think, Jay? What they teach you in your school? What would you feel like we started?
Probably like when Christopher Columbus and the Indians or something like that.
But slavery.
Slavery.
At my school, I'm from Arkansas, a smaller town. All growing up, I thought we started at slavery. I didn't learn nothing about no kings and queens till I got down here to Langston University. I'm like, wait a minute. Now think about your mental.
Yeah.
If you a kid, now it was okay. It was cool. When we were slaves, let's keep teaching it.
Right.
But now we can go back further and say, no, we was king and queens, and this is what was going on.
Y'all stole us from our
and
land.
Stuff with now, let's not teach that. But Damali, you said something so heavy because you said that we don't want to teach black history, but we want to teach about slavery. So that's a mindset thing.
Right.
That's a mindset thing.
Absolutely.
What y'all think?
And so AJ said we can start making a difference by voting for Kamala Harris for president.
Hey, it's on the live, y'all.
Yes, it's on the live.
That's Arkansas in the building.
So what I will say about this is sometimes, what does the Bible says that a king has no, what is the Bible scripture? That they have no honor?
Honor in their own.
In their own land. Mark 6.
Mark
Thank
6.
You. Yes. A king has no honor in his own land, right?
Right.
And so I think that what happens is people who are not from Tulsa understand the magnitude of what Black Wall Street meant. Yeah, I know that there are some critics that say, y'all black folks need to give up on, Black Wall Street, because you ain't never going to have it again. But see, Black Wall Street is not a space. It is a spirit.
Ooh.
Right? And so what we've got to do is get back to the spirit. Yeah, we may not ever dominate these 40 blocks like we did, back in the day.
Right. Uncle Brian said it started with the right to work law.
And went down.
And it went downhill from there in this state.
Agreed. So I think that, as I was saying, is that, this is a spirit. Right. And so what we've got to do is we've got to tap into the spirit like all of these other communities are. So we've had 2 busloads of folks.
We switching gears now?
Yes.
So we talked about the blueprint. The blueprint is laid. Make sure y'all share this live, please.
Right.
But now let's get into what happened because of the blueprint being here.
So going back to intentional.
Come on.
Okay. We had 2 busloads, 100 folks who came in from Omaha, Nebraska to learn and to glean from community, because they don't want to hear the rhetoric that's been put out there about what Black Wall Street is. They want to hear from the natives, the folks that were here, the folks that understand that. There's a lot of them that are gone, but there are some, like my mother's generation. My mother was born in 1946.
Right.
So she still remembers Greenwood very well. She can tell you what's on every block. As a matter of fact, I need to take my mother and just drive down the streets and record her. Before she's not here with us anymore, because she's got the whole story. She can tell you everything she used to do, what stores were here and all of that. After Black Wall Street was rebuilt.
Right.
Right. So, but they understood that the reason why Black Wall Street was successful is because people were intentional about circulating their dollars in the community, right? And utilizing the resources and the assets that were right there in community. And that's what some of these other, like I said, we had Arkansas here.
Hold on. So we finna go deeper. We finna go into other cities that's getting on buses that's coming to Black Wall Street. For a lot of people that may not know that, I think that might be a good spot to take a quick break, take a quick breath, take a little drink of water. Is that all right with you, Mr. Producer?
Yeah, I want to take a break. We can take a break.
We're going to take a real quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to get into cities that's been coming to Black Wall Street to get the real information from the real people. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And making sure they taking the right information back home, because sometimes the documentaries, the TV and the news and some of that is not telling the story the way they even feel like it. Because of social media, they say we seeing something different when we see Juneteenth. We hearing something different when we see Legacy Fest. We hearing something different when we see these programs going on. So we got to get down here and feel it, touch it, smell it for ourselves. So Coming up next, we're going to get into the cities that are coming here,
Right.
hanging out for days and spending their dollars and trying to get the truth and to get the facts on what happened on Black Wall Street and understand more about the blueprint.
Yes.
This KBOB 89.9 FM World One Development News You Can Use. Charles and Damali coming up next. These cities that's getting the blueprint.
EduRec is a youth and family fun center located at 5424 North Madison Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At EduRec, we offer a host of activities for children and families of the Tulsa community at little to no cost. To find out about the many programs, activities, and services offered at EduRec, please visit our website, www.edurectulsa.com, or just give us a call at 918-430-3947.
9.9 FM World One Development News You Can Use, and we are black. It's a blueprint kind of day today, Damali.
Yes.
And I'm excited about it too.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So for those of you who are just now tuning in, we've been talking about the Black Wall Street blueprint that was left to us by O.W. Gurley,
Right.
the founder of Black Wall Street. And, you know, we've been discussing that it is and Uncle Brian says it here, Black Wall Street is a mindset
Yes.
and a way of life. And so I would just say this, that I understand that, you know, sometimes dealing with black business owners can be a challenge.
Right.
You know, but this is the thing. We had accountability back in the day. You know, in the O.W. Gurley days, we had accountability, right? And there was a way that you were going to operate. You were going to operate in excellence, or you just weren't going to be operating, period.
Just like that. Now, let me tell you something else, because we travel a lot, and I know we get into these cities because I'm excited about that, is every time we travel, let me tell y'all something. I don't care what state and what city we go to. When you say Tulsa, Oklahoma, people stand up and start clapping.
Yes.
And everybody, I'm talking about the leaders of their city, whether it's the mayor, the council, the state representatives, no matter who they are, they like, we waiting on Tulsa. When Tulsa get it right, we all gonna get it right, because this is
The blueprint.
is not was is
The blueprint.
the blueprint. So if you from Tulsa, go to any conference, go anywhere. When they say Tulsa, Oklahoma in the house, you gonna hear hand claps.
Yep.
People want to come up to you. So get engaged.
So this is what I will say on this, because obviously we can talk about this all day long. You
Absolutely.
know, is that we have to be intentional. If someone has an issue or a problem, you know, with their business, if you go to patronize a business and there's some kind of issue, let the owner know. Because sometimes owners don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So let the owner know, you know, and be intentional about making sure that you are sharing with them, because you want that business to be successful. Don't just get on Facebook, get on social media. Man, I went to
blast
so-and-so and they did such and such. And, you know, that's counterproductive.
Let's just say this: have a standard, though. You know, that's
Yes.
what I love about the
I agree.
blueprint. We'll have a standard, like open on time. Have chicken, because I be hungry. I mean, just have some root beer for me. I know. Let me stop
Yeah,
saying I'm talking about myself. Some
Right.
peach cobbler. No, I'm just playing. But if nothing else, open on time.
Yeah.
Have the things you're supposed to have. Boy, how far does good customer service go?
Just communicate.
Just, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Good to see you. Like Oasis is
Man,
that's a
they
good
killing the
standard.
game there.
Welcome to, how they say it, JB? I can't say it. How they say welcome to Oasis, JB Smooth?
Shop at Oasis.
See there? So you hear that every time you go in. But Damali, let's get into these two cities that came here, because I know the people waiting.
So Omaha, Nebraska came, and like I said, they brought 2 busloads, which had about 100 people.
Right.
And they basically came to glean from Tulsa to see what it is that we were doing, find out what assets and resources we have in our community. And this is the thing, guys. What was found out about Omaha and the folks that came in from Arkansas is we're not so different.
We're not that different. It's
They have the
almost
same
the
problems.
same issues,
Yeah.
same hurdles. But the beauty is when you come together, you don't have to feel like, ooh, it was just that bad. But I want to shout out, because we have went to Omaha
Yes.
a few times. I'm telling you now, we done been to a lot of cities. But to me, the city that mirrors Tulsa, Oklahoma the most is North Omaha.
Yes. 24th and Lake.
24th and Lake. When you go, they got a Black Wall Street. They had a theater that been destroyed. They got a whole area they trying to build up. And it's just, I mean, the amount of money we spend, what was going on with their crime, what was going on with their education. But they have made some moves
Yes.
to make those things better. So when they came here, we were just able to partner, because here's the ticket. Don't feel like you by yourself.
Exactly.
So now you got partners in Omaha. But let me switch over for a minute, because I know Showtime is running.
Right.
Man, Little Rock
Yes.
And Pine Bluff and other cities from Arkansas pulled up, man.
Yes.
That was this week.
Yes.
And we hung out with them. How was it for you to sit and meet and talk with them and the excitement they had about coming to Tulsa?
Listen, and that's why I think that this segment is really important, because people need to get it. There are folks that are not from here that are so super excited, and they're trying to figure out what they can do from where they are.
Right.
To help us and help lift us up, because they understand that as Black Wall Street elevates, they elevate in their communities. So it was really encouraging to know that, there are people out there that are actually rooting for us to, get into a better position, to be able to reestablish the blueprint in our community, whatever that looks like, because like I said, it is a spirit, it's not necessarily the 40 blocks,
right?
But it is a mindset that we've got to get back to. And that's all of our business owners.
And I'm beyond the 40 blocks because I hear about all that was going on in Muskogee and all the different banks they had in Muskogee, and I hear about Oakmore, and I hear about Taft, and I hear about all that. I'm like, I'm way beyond just the 40 blocks, and we're not going to harp on that forever. But the point we're trying to make, there are other cities that's coming here. When Omaha came here, they spent over $30,000 in 2 days.
Yes.
Now that you talk about economic boost, imagine intentionally coming into a community and we gonna spend dollars. Where the fried fish, where the chicken, where the hats, where the apparel, where the hotel, where the Airbnb. What y'all got here that's black owned, so we can just sit and hang out and put some dollars into y'all pockets. And what will happen if we start doing that in each city?
Yes.
Now we're not trying to exclude nobody, but we less than 1% of the wealth in this country, so we got to do something, y'all. Excuse us for a minute if we want to make sure we leaving a legacy for our own kids, because we're gonna participate with everybody. But I just think it's a big deal, man. So shout out to Omaha, Nebraska, Willie Borney, Yolanda and his team and his wife, and it's a bunch of them, y'all. Shout out to Benito.
Yes.
That was just here. And man, when they was here, it was like the first black mayor of like Camden and Little Rock, and I mean people in powerful positions that came down here. So it was good, y'all. So good vibe, good energy. Yeah. And we're gonna do more, and we're gonna keep y'all informed. And when we have it, we're just gonna call it a block party. Okay. But you're gonna know other stuff is going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think it's time for us to go ahead and do our hot topics.
Hump Day hot topic?
Yes.
Get down to the real deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the all new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
Hey, guess what day it is?
Hump Day!
Hump Day! It's Hump Day!
Hey, Mike!
Guess what day it is?
It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on News You Can Use.
Mike.
Just like that Uncle Brian said on the live, Black Wall Street started in Muskogee.
Okay.
That's the ticket about understanding knowledge and history. Thanks for that, Uncle Brian. But we're finna switch over to this first Hump Day hot topic. Damali, what we got?
So the first Hump Day hot topic is there was another alleged assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump.
Why is everybody out to Trump, Damali? What is going on?
Listen, this is a thing, and I was, actually doing some research about it, and this is a thing that someone, and I'm not going to call any names, but someone said in one of the articles was that, the whole time you're trying to blame the Kamala Harris campaign for these attacks, alleged attacks, right? But these folks don't look like us.
Nope.
These folks are, and as a matter of fact, they were registered Republicans.
That support the other side.
Supported Donald Trump. One of the guys actually voted for Donald Trump. And so it's, to me, I'm just saying, maybe, just maybe, people are tired of the foolishness and the shenanigans.
Even your own people.
Even the golf trip was a last minute decision. How does the shooter know when they made a last minute decision?
My point exactly. Yeah. How did you know?
How did he know?
How did you know? So you're just gonna stay out in the
Maybe
woods.
they orchestrating these things.
And
and that is the other thing that's happening is people are saying these are conspiracy theories because remember the last time when his ear allegedly got shot, right?
I think that was real. I thought that was
real.
Yeah, that was real gunfire and real shots.
It was real gunfire. I'm saying the nick on his ear. I don't think the nick on his ear was real.
His ear did heal up in a week, JB
You think
Smooth.
that was catch up?
He was right back on the campaign. This is what I'm saying, JB Smooth. I don't know what it was, so I'm not saying that. I'm just excluding myself from that. I'm just going to look at the makeup of a human being. Damali, if I'm somewhere speaking and somebody shoot my earlobe off, If somebody shoot my earlobe off, DJ JB Smooth.
I just don't know. Charles.
Man,
is
do
not
you
playing.
know
Right.
if I hit the ground, I'm gonna be shaking my boots, probably a little bit of gas, just a little bit of gas
tunnel.
gonna go.
You gonna
I'm gonna be
tunnel
flipping
to
over
the
like an
moon.
alligator. Let me tell you something. And do you think I would stand back up
and do the power? Yeah.
Somebody just shot my earlobe off.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes some counseling, therapy, because you know what, JB, if somebody shoot your earlobe off, you almost just died. That means your life should have been flashing before your head, and
Yeah.
you should have been just trying to get up out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying from a psychological perspective.
Yeah.
If somebody shoot your earlobe off, not somebody trying to put a hole in your ear, you know, like you used to
Yeah,
get the little
right.
hot pen.
Right.
Did y'all used to do the hot pen in Tulsa?
Yeah,
Get the
they
hot-
did. They
We
did.
put the
I did.
ice. So,
Yeah.
boy, we done did all kind of stuff, JB
Yeah.
Smith. I didn't never do it, but they would get ice and put it on
Yeah.
your earlobe,
Yeah.
heat up the
Yeah, the needle.
pen,
Yeah.
and then be like, ow!
Yeah.
I'll holler too, because you know I don't like needles anyway, so you know I didn't do it. Anyway, back to the lecture at hand.
Yeah.
It happened at Mar-a-Lago too. So to your point, that's why people think it's maybe a conspiracy thing, because it's just. And then they shout out the guy and miss. Why everybody missing? You know, I don't know
Yeah,
about
you
that.
don't, you don't even get to hang out down there
Bro.
at places like that if you're not invited. So I mean,
Yeah.
JB Smooth.
It's tough, man.
You somewhere in the corner with a gun, and you out here with Secret Service agents, and now you locked up. How do you not get shot? You are an absolute threat. You got a gun.
Right.
Um,
And this is the thing.
It just
So
don't
I
make
think
sense,
that
JB.
you know
Don't add
the
up.
last time that happened, right?
Yeah.
Then then Trump got a boost, and people were sending money to him, and people were on the Trump campaign, right? And so to me, I'm just like, okay, is this another ploy so that you can get more votes and get more voters on
I
your
could
tip?
see that because
Kamala.
Kamala,
Uh-huh.
I call her Kamala.
No,
She
Kamala.
rolling.
She
My
is
name
doing-
is different, so I'll be serious about names. Kamala.
She's doing so well that she's running off with things, and he's losing sight of track of the mission at hand.
Yeah, let me do this. Uncle Brian said alleged.
Allegedly.
Is
Yeah.
alleged
Uh-huh.
is what he said is the key word. AJ said next time can you see if the scar is there on his ear? I haven't seen a scar, but with money I know you can fix that with a little. You can put some makeup on that or something. And then Corman Reynolds said yes, but
Well,
Damali?
did y'all know this? So you need to be careful who you talking about.
uh-oh.
Because you don't never know who might need to have to come and help you out. So did y'all know that the guy who actually did this alleged shooting and this alleged assassination attempt, right? Well, he's going to be prosecuted by none other than the first Haitian-born American U.S. attorney
Oh my God.
that's leading the office's prosecuting the alleged shooting.
Went from bad to worse. But the ticket is, here's the ticket that I do know. The last time former President Trump needle moved the way he wanted to move was when he got shot at by his ear. Since then, Kamala, man, she has just been. Now, here's a ticket on the show. Let me say this, y'all. Now,
The cats and the dogs really made it bad too.
Yeah.
for him.
Yes, yeah.
we
they
equal
did.
opportunity on World One Development News you can use. We never gonna tell you who to vote for. All we doing is just giving information, hot information that's in the news. What we got coming up next? We're gonna switch gears.
All right, we're going to switch gears, and we're going to talk about, I don't know if you guys have heard this, and you should have. If you haven't heard it, you must be under a rock. P. Diddy. P. Diddy has now been arrested.
It's official.
It's official.
Officially, he
JB and I actually,
indicted.
it's like a 15-page indictment.
Yeah, it's supposed
Oh
to be
my
sealed.
God.
How does that work? Sealed, but it's not. It's available to the public.
It's unsealed now.
Okay.
It's unsealed. So it was sealed initially, and so I guess now that he's in custody, then they was like, okay, you can let the cat out of the bag because we got
Yeah.
him in custody now. But yeah, so he has asked for bail,
Right.
and the judge is like, no go.
No. He offered bail.
No, he asked for it first. They said no.
Then he
so
came up
then
with-
he came up with all this stuff. He's like, I'll give you my private plane. I'll let you have access, to the equity in my mansion. The equity in my mom's house.
the passport.
I'll take give you my kids' passports, and I'll
the
do all
point
this.
when he put his mom's house into it for an additional $2 million because he had 48 or whatever in assets. That's pretty low.
That's pretty low and desperate.
When you gotta put your
desperate.
mom's house up.
Yeah.
This is what I think about this too, y'all. On the flip side of it, it's kind of like this is what it makes me think about. It makes me think about O.J. Simpson. It makes me think about Bill Cosby. It makes me think about R. Kelly. Now it's making me think about P. Diddy. And the only reason why I'm saying that is just because with us, it just seems like anytime we get to that pinnacle, we get to that spot, it seems like this same thing happens. You know what I mean? That something happened and now you are accelerating toward ground
but
zero.
we've known this is what's coming for a while.
Yeah.
Everybody saw the writing on the wall with
Well,
this.
I just want to ask y'all what y'all think about this.
Okay.
What do y'all think about them confiscating 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
Now I'm scared now of that, JB Smooth. Did that scare you?
Dude,
Look at
what
JB,
are
like, he
you?
can't even say anything.
JB
What are you,
couldn't even
what are
say
you
nothing.
doing with 1,000 bottles of baby oil? That's like evidence to the crimes.
You can't even say
That's
anything.
evidence to the alleged crimes. You know, like there's a lot of lubrication going on somewhere.
Let me tell you what happened if you're a 15-year-old young male and your mama catch you with one bottle of baby oil.
It's a
You-
problem.
Right. Yeah.
Now you got 1,000. What
1,000.
are you do? Look, here's the question,
AJ said run.
Damali. Now they've been in your house months ago. Why do you still have 1,000
When you know
bottles?
that this is coming
I'd
down.
have been like, take all that baby oil out of my house.
Yeah.
The people just raided it. They probably didn't catch the baby oil the first time.
Right.
Why do you still have it?
Why?
I'm just like, ignorance is blitz. I'm like, how do you still, JB Smooth, the people just left your house.
Teresa said that's gross.
Or did you just buy it? Why do you
Who
get
knows? Listen, I had babies, and I don't think I got 3 kids, y'all, and I don't think I done ever bought 1,000 bottles of anything.
It just makes you
Johnson
scheme.
and Johnson enhanced oil. Yeah, enhanced lubrication.
Yeah, I just, you know what?
It wasn't just like regular baby oil. It was
It
the,
was advanced. It was a high level,
the
the
high
high
level.
end.
Yeah, and 1,000. That's a lot of product.
Damali, they already raided your house. All your houses around the world are unrated. Why do you still have this in your house, Damali?
You know what? I think a lot of times it is privilege, and what we got to realize
Man,
as a culture,
money is power.
This is the thing, though. We can't do as they do, and I'm just putting it out there.
No, because he offered $50 million, and any judge that turns down a $50 million bail offer, the proposition, doesn't want your $50 million.
That's what I'm saying. We can't do as they do. What they're looking for is blood. They're looking to prosecute
Yeah.
him. They're like, you take all your money because,
It don't even matter.
It don't even matter. Most of the time
Let
it's
me-
like $50 million. Yeah, we're going to take that because the county needs a new jail.
Let's
and
go
we
to the
need
live.
this.
Let's go to the live. We
Exactly.
fired up in KBOB. Let me go to the live. Hold on. Give me a minute to see what the people are saying.
Yes.
Well, AJ has said Trump looking for attention, but that's always.
Yeah.
Uncle Brian said he is guilty as HE double hockey sticks.
Now this is that's the point right here.
Hold on. Let me finish the live. Let me let the live get in.
Because I got a rebut on that. We're not gonna say Diddy is guilty of anything until he's proven guilty in a court of law, because we gotta respect that he made a lot of great music and put a lot of great artists.
But music
in
don't got
position.
nothing to do.
Ain't got nothing to do with
listen, I'm
1,000
gonna tell y'all
bottles
right
of Johnson
now.
and Johnson
I,
baby oil.
I love the music, but I'm gonna tell you, I fell off in making it a band.
I'm
When you
trying to
making
take the
folks
high
walk,
road. I'm trying to take
listen,
the high road,
When
but
you
the team
making
ain't hearing
people walk to go get cheesecake for you, that's too much of control.
Let me go back.
I'm
Let me go
out.
back to the live. I know y'all fired up. Y'all saying everything with your chest. But Uncle Brian said he is guilty as the HE double hockey stick, another Cosby and R. Kelly production.
Now see,
Do you feel like it's the same as the Bill Cosby, because it was still the same? And
But
R.
it's
Kelly,
the same thing. It goes back to men not respecting women, and now I got a whole lot of money.
Well, hold
And
on.
so, no.
P. Diddy, there's men and women. It ain't just, there ain't no, what you talking about? All the stuff, trying to say about women. You
It
trying
was
to
the
make me-
women that brought it out first,
No.
and then the men jumped on the bandwagon.
No, the men that jumped on the
The girlfriend,
bandwagon,
yeah, 'cause
whoever
the
opened the door for
girlfriend
us, they
Cassie,
all
yeah,
come
Cassie.
running out.
they said he allegedly had Ja Rule in the room one night, and then they said he had Mace in the room one night. Then they said the security guards have confirmed several stories. Jaguar Wright even blamed Christopher Williams for some illicit activity. And that's not even including the women that he's allegedly assaulted.
But you said this, JB, because to me, I'm still looking at the court of law and fairness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only looking at fairness.
I want to get that
All
brother
I'm
a
saying
fighting
is
chance.
this. All I'm saying is this, is we got a person running for president that got 34 felonies.
That part.
And it's mixed in porn, it's mixed in groping, it's mixed in
Why is
defrauding
he
the
not in
government.
jail? Why is
it's
he not in
mixed
jail?
Correct.
Look, he has. Not see Diddy, he just in jail. He's
Charged.
not convicted. He's
Yeah.
charged.
Yeah, charged.
So now, so we beyond the charge on this side, and this guy
Okay.
got 34 felonies.
So it is double standard
and
Wednesday.
he free And guess what? He got airplanes. He got billions of dollars.
Even got Secret Service.
He got Secret Service and all. But here's the ticket. To me, that's where the double standard come in, because Trump stuff is laced in porn and graphic stuff like that, and groping women and defrauding the government.
Exactly
and
right.
guess what he's currently doing?
On vacation.
He on
running for president.
No, he's doing a debate talking about they eating the dogs, they eating the cats. See, he should be locked up for that anyway. But I'm just saying, what's the difference though, Damali? Now he charged, he offering the $50 million and offering all that, and he's just charged, but he can't get out. You got a person that's doing that, he ain't got the baby oil, that is suspect.
Right.
But that's still a different in the law.
Yeah.
You got 34 felonies and you okay to roam
But that's what I'm going.
amongst the
That was my
countryside.
point
What's your
about
point?
we can't do what they do. Meaning, us as African Americans, we cannot do what other folks do.
You're exactly right.
Period. It doesn't matter. You know?
The point that President Trump is not in jail and he's a convicted felon versus P. Diddy's not a convicted felon
It's a prime
tells
example.
you which side of the bread is buttered on.
But it's not even. That's not even. To me, that's horrible. But and here's the ticket. Well, we gonna pause and let you run for president, and then we gonna deal with your time after you can potentially
After the election,
be
yeah.
the president, in which you probably gonna get amnesty from anything because you can't charge.
You're the
Who's
president.
charging the president in the court of law after you? So I'm just saying that's the part of what our country, in my mind, that is just dead wrong, regardless of what Diddy
This is
did.
logic.
That is dead wrong because
This
it's
is
logic.
logic.
This is
Yeah,
logical
just logic. Yep.
explanations.
Yep.
This is not
Hey.
not throwing Trump under the bus. We're
No.
not throwing Diddy under the bus, but
Nope.
we're just in comparison.
We just calling a spade a spade.
Yeah, it is what
Apples.
it is.
When you compare the apples to the apples not appling right now.
I do want to go back and say though, the music side of things, he was so instrumental in the careers of so many great artists. 112, Notorious B.I.G., Mace, Craig Mack, Mary J. Blige, the early years of Uptown, MCA. The music, I just hope, people still listen to the music and don't take away from the artist that he poured into, because I think that was two different environments.
Right. I mean, I agree. I mean, I think that your artistry is your artistry, and that's just totally different, and separate. To me, I can separate the two.
I'm just saying, because if the
Yeah.
streams go down on all these artist songs, they stop making money. And that's a lot of artists,
That
that
ate off of his
lose
dime. Yeah.
that lose off of his acting bad.
Which
that's what he
and
said.
you're right, that's not on them because he did
Right.
sign a lot of. I'm gonna go back to the live, y'all, because I don't want them mad.
What
So
they saying on the live, Charles?
Uncle Brian said J-Lo may be testifying against P. Diddy.
She got to.
That's some breaking news. And
She
then
had the gun.
Mr. Lamar Powell, Mr. Polo Powell out of St. Louis said Polo is in the house all the way from St. Louis.
Hey,
Welcome
hey.
to the show, my frat. Uncle Brian said, thank the Supreme Court for giving Trump a break. Polo said, love y'all. And Mama said, remember
said.
that we still live in two Americas, one for them and a different one for us. Is that true?
Listen, she from Black Wall Street.
So she knows
lived
exactly
during
what's
the
going
era.
on. And to me, those are the things we have to get right. And that's what goes into what Damali was saying is, who do you vote for? Because one represents we can be a felon and run for president, and one represents just bringing us together. That's
Right.
my biggest thing.
Right.
And with a plan. But I know we got more to talk about. We got to switch gears. But these were our two hottest hot topics, and we appreciate everybody participating on the live.
All right, JB, I
but
hear
we just gonna go straight into the Black History Trivia. We're gonna take a quick 2-minute break.
I think we should just
Let's
go
get right
straight
on
in.
into it.
Let's
Get your
make it
thinking
happen.
cap on.
Yes. All right, so let's see. Black History Trivia. Who was the first black woman to become a general in the U.S. Army? Was it A, Naja West? Was it B, Hazel Johnson Brown? Was it C, Lorna Maylock? Or was it D, Marcelite Har?
Can I change my answer?
No.
Go
Bro.
No, I'm gonna stay with Hazel because everybody else was. Yeah, I think she's the legit answer.
Okay, did anybody else have any
hoping.
answers? We got Jeremiah said B, JB said B, AJ said B, Pat said B, Charles said B, and Eli said B, and Uncle Brian says B.
So either we got you or you got us.
Yeah.
But somebody got.
And that was 1979. I was 1 year old.
What is the answer?
All right, so the answer is, if you said B, you are correct.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Yeah, he said, I'll take that. Don't start. Okay. Hazel Johnson Brown was the first black woman to become a general in the United States Army when she was promoted to brigadier general in 1979. She was also the first black chief of the Army nurse, or in the nurses corps.
Just like that, y'all.
Just like that.
She
And
was
you
big
got it.
time.
She's top dog.
Hey, it's Black History in here every week.
Okay.
We're going to get you some knowledge. All right, we got some upcoming events.
Upcoming events. So the 918 Day Festival is going to be happening September the 18th from 5 o'clock p.m. until 9 o'clock p.m. It's going to be celebrating Tulsa's art and culture downtown. That's going to be located at 600 South Main. For more information, go to downtowntulsa.com.
That's today. 918 Day.
Oh,
It
Yep.
is
it is
918
today. Yes.
Today, y'all.
Hey, y'all make some noise for
Snap
918.
some fingers.
Step up. Yes. I just had to think about
918
that.
Day.
You are right.
918
It is today. Let's go.
It is today. Okay, Parlay Film Festival is going to be happening at the Circle Cinema, 10 South Lewis Avenue. That's going to be happening tomorrow on the 19th at 6:30 p.m. For more information, you can go to jagtulsa.org. This is the event that Jerica Wortham puts on, and so it's gonna coincide with the 918 Day Festival. So this is a for people of color, for the BIPOC community. Let's see, National Whiteout for Frankie Beverly is going to be happening September the 20th. So that's on Friday. We're asking everyone around the nation to wear white in honor of the legend.
Hundreds of thousands came out Monday for Frankie Beverly in New Orleans.
Yes, that's
Get
awesome.
a chance, check it out on Instagram. The pictures just show the real, true, genuine love that people have for Frankie Beverly.
I love it.
So what they're wanting everyone to do is post pictures of you in your white on Friday and use the hashtag white out for Frankie.
I love it.
Okay,
I
so
got my white.
I do too.
We
I'm
gonna
ready.
do it. We gonna
I'll
do
stay
it.
ready. All right. Parlay Fashion Show is going to be happening on Greenwood on September 21st at 6:30 p.m. You can go to jagtulsa.org. This is a free event. All of these events are free. Let me say that. And then Soiree on Greenwood is an invite-only event that's happening September 22nd at 6:30 p.m. Now, if you are attending some of the parlay events that are happening around the city, there is an opportunity for you to get a couple of tickets to go to the soiree. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, don't just show up on Greenwood thinking you're gonna sit at them table
It's not
that
something
table
that
and
you can
eat.
just pull up. Real quick, Patricia Griffin said Hazel sounds like a general's name. I absolutely agree. Dude,
Yeah, it sound
you don't
like
wanna
she's
mess
not
with
playing.
Hazel.
Yeah, she's not playing.
Get it right.
Okay, NABOT's Trade Partner Summit. So this is again.
Shout out to my boy Greg Shaw. He been
Yeah.
sending us all the information and we getting it to you.
Okay, so for you contractors out there, or if you know someone who is a contractor, this information is for you. So NABOT's Trade Partner Summit is going to be happening on September 24th at 6 o'clock p.m. at Rudisill Regional Library, located at 1520 North Hartford Avenue. This meeting is for anyone interested in bidding for the Tulsa City County Library build that's going to be happening, that's coming up.
So that's Tuesday.
Yes,
This
that's
coming
Tuesday.
up Tuesday. 6
Right.
o'clock at the Rudisill Library.
They're going to be discussing the scope of work and the available jobs to bid on, and answering questions. So if you want to or want any additional information, you can contact Nick Spillers at 918-632-7268 for more information.
I just thought about it, Damali. Let's go to the meeting. Me and you going to the meeting. We're not contractors, but we showing up.
Yep.
We're gonna keep our hats with like World One Development on the side in the car.
Okay.
With the polo shirts too.
Yeah.
So if y'all don't roll up in there and start getting these contracts and bidding,
We
we're
just
gonna
became
spin us up a
contractors.
company, get our bun and license, and we're gonna be out there with our boots on, them Timbs. Oh, you want to wear some Timbs anyway?
I do.
You looking for an excuse?
Any
be
reason.
out there with our Timbs on. I'm telling y'all, I'm being serious. So hey, we'll see y'all there.
Okay. All right. World One for Christ is going to be hosting its 30, 40, 60 anniversary.
It's sold out.
It's going to be happening
It's sold
October the
out.
4th through the 6th.
That's
Man,
something
you
sold
just
out.
killed
Been
it.
sold out.
Yes.
So
what you guys can do is
Just
you
know
guys
that it's
can
sold
do
out.
a congratulations on social media.
you
How
can do
about
that. Congratulations and keep walking. 'Cause
Send
that
us a
sucker sold
video
out.
drop and we'll play it on.
We got people already sitting on the roof. But I just want to say that shows the love for Bishop Melvin Cooper and First Lady Joyce Cooper and the work that World One for Christ and World One Development, which is a lot of partners and a lot of friends and a lot of youth and a lot of stuff.
Yes.
So I'm glad people are celebrating them in that way.
Yes, and
You
so
know,
this event is going to be celebrating 30 years of ministry for Bishop and First Lady Joyce Cooper, 40 years of marriage for them both, and Bishop is going to be turning 60 years old. So, you guys, make sure you send out your shout outs and kudos to Bishop and First Lady on these major milestones. Okay, want to remind you guys that the deadline to register to vote is October the 11th, which happens to be my mother's birthday. So happy birthday early, Mama.
Yes.
You can go to Tulsa County Election Board located at 555 North Denver Avenue to register to vote. Get up off your pockets. Go do it today because our country's got some issues and we need your vote.
Yep.
Okay.
You need to participate. Real quick, I'm gonna say this because since y'all noticed today, I didn't say how about them Cowboys real loud. It wouldn't come out. I said it, but you didn't hear it, and I didn't hear it. But Uncle Brian, we gotta say this. JB Smooth.
We ain't finna do our team like
All
that.
I'm
We
saying
standing
is,
with our
no,
team.
we ain't finna do that. I'm just gonna say this now because this right here is something we got to think about and pray about.
We got to
so
pray
Uncle
about
Brian, because he from Tulsa, said the New Orleans Saints fans brought a band to the Cowboys game and had a parade in Dallas
on the 50-yard line.
on the 50-yard line out of spanking that, whatever you want to call it.
They brought 14, 15, 16 charter buses from New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
The whole time I'm
They
sitting in
couldn't
the
lose.
Don't you have
office.
some fraternity brothers from New Orleans?
I got a lot of
Listen.
them.
Yeah.
And
The whole time I'm sitting in the office and I'm hearing all this crowd roaring and cheering. I'm thinking the Cowboys score.
It's
Every
winning.
time I go in the room to check the score, it was us getting scored on again and again and again and again.
Damali, I thought I was gonna get hung up. I left church. I knew the game was coming on at noon, but we get on there with Corey D.
Right.
Solar Sunday. So I rolled in. I said, let me peep in. It was 14-3, and I seen them dancing. And as soon as they showed me those 15 buses, let me tell y'all something about New Orleans. You've been to New Orleans. You've been
They
to
don't
New
play.
Orleans.
Yeah.
New Orleans don't play like
They
that.
don't
So
play.
when they brought the 15 buses down, they
Intimidating.
had to win.
Yeah.
You cannot. New Orleans, my frat brother, they got something from New Orleans. They probably, I think I seen Voodoo Bones, Black
You better
Magic.
stop it.
No, I'm just playing.
Them
better
boys
stop.
played like they was playing the Super Bowl.
Man,
Yeah.
they karate chopped them. They karate. What's remember that movie? Who's the Master? Shogun.
Golden-
Who's the Master?
Golden Child.
They was doing
Is it
the Michael
not the
Jackson
Golden
Thriller. They just
Last Dragon.
Yes.
And you know what?
Oh, wow.
I know this is not sports, but now we got the Baltimore Ravens, and they done lost back to back. So they coming to
Yeah.
with the thunder.
Don't disrespect us Cowboy fans. Hey, I don't care how many times we lose. We still gonna be Cowboy
It's
fans.
still gonna be how about
Right.
the cow, but they still had a parade and a party in Dallas, and that is very
That's
disrespectful.
crazy.
That is very, very
And
disrespectful.
they was second liner too. Second liner and brass band all up and down the street. Deep Ellum was. They was man. Dallas don't play either.
I know
Right.
Dallas don't play like that, but man,
But they had to move out the way when New Orleans came through.
Patricia said voodoo is why my boys lost.
I didn't try to say it, but I seen the wishbones. I seen wishbones all over Dallas. Black Magic, little bags, broomsticks, people flying. Ain't no telling what happened to
it.
Dallas. I ain't
Stop
seen
it.
Dak. I ain't seen CD Lamb. I ain't seen
seen
Jerry
nobody.
Jones. I ain't seen no Cowboys since the game is over.
How they
You
give
might want
you-
to check for
How
them.
they give you $240 million to go out there and be trash?
$240 million to be trash.
Oh, wow.
Now we
I ain't
still
gonna
rolling
blame
with the
it on
Cowboys, but he was trash that day. We gotta agree. We gotta agree with them on that. Nusika, welcome to the show.
Hey. All right, y'all. We're going to move on.
Let's move on, y'all.
Just want to make sure that you guys put a note in your calendars because I always forget every year. So I'm making sure this is for myself. I'm just
Really,
going to tell
note
you
to
right
self.
now. Right, note to self. Daylight saving time happens on November the 3rd. So we're going to fall back.
Thank God you're gonna get that hour back that you lost. All y'all been showing up to work late. It's not your fault. That you need
Lost
that
the
hour
hour.
back.
Yeah.
You about to get it back. When November the 3rd, you're gonna get that hour back.
Right.
Do you like that time of year more? Now it's gonna start. When that happens,
don't.
it's gonna start getting dark at 5:30.
I hate it.
Do you like that, JD?
I don't like when it gets dark early.
I don't either.
know?
It makes you
No.
feel like the day is messed
Like
up.
the day is over, so you
It
need to go to
ends
bed.
quick.
And it's like it's 6 o'clock. It's like, what? I mean,
And you know, once it gets dark, you start getting sleepy naturally.
Exactly.
But
So I'm
anyway,
like, no, I hate it.
remember
but
that-
anyway,
remember
yeah,
that date.
November 3rd. Okay, and don't forget the presidential election. And if you are here in Tulsa, the local runoff elections are going to take place on November the 5th. So that's why it is super important that you get registered to vote if you are not by October the 11th. And even if you are registered to vote, make sure you check your polling place. Because sometimes people be playing games with this polling place.
And they got all kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, so
be
check
on
your
top of
polling
your
place.
stuff. Do things early, not late.
Exactly.
Damali, my birthday's coming up. Who else got a birthday coming up, Damali?
Listen, the birthday, September the 19th, Demetrius Whitson.
My
It's his
frat brother,
birthday.
Sir
Yeah.
Exotic Blue, out of Shreveport, Louisiana, and he really a Steelers fan.
Really?
But but you in Louisiana, you got to go, you know, for New Orleans too.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right, September the 20th, Red Fields and Kareem Muhammad share a birthday.
That's two of my favorite people. Happy birthday, y'all.
Happy birthday.
September 21st, Casey Lowther.
Happy birthday to you,
birthday.
Casey.
And then September 22nd, Mother Lavelle Dyer has
Happy
a birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday, mother.
Yes.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
So we want to remind you that if you want to get with us, you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That's World One Development, 36th Street North Event Center, NYCU.FM, Edgerec Youth and Family Fun Center, or Fitting Back In Prison Reentry Fund.
Just like that. Hey, y'all say a little prayer for me. I got to drive to Arkansas after this. Got to go to a little funeral with my great uncle.
Yes.
That's me and my mama's uncle. But the reason why I'm going because I love him. It's my favorite uncle. That's
Right.
number one.
Yeah.
But number two, I'm going because my great grandparents had 8 kids. So that's my great grandpa, my great grandma. That's the Dearworth and the Junior. They had 8 kids. He's the last.
The last one.
The last one.
Oh, wow.
And that's big to
the
me
end of
because
an
I'm
era.
big on this
Yeah.
African American history and trying to follow. So
Yeah.
to me, I just look at that as they got married at like 13 and 14.
Right.
And now you just look at that whole generation is rest in peace. You know, so I'm gonna go down there and celebrate my uncle. But I gotta drive down there and I'm eat some fish before I go. So y'all pray for old Charles for safe travels down there in Arkansas. And I'm gonna come on back, but I'm gonna go hang out with the family and go out there and honor my uncle the way I'm supposed to.
R.P.
Yes.
to Unc.
Yes.
R.I.P. to
Family.
Unc, my Uncle Earl.
No
y'all.
doubt.
I'm on
Uncle
the way.
Earl,
Howard
yeah.
Jones, welcome to the show. Courtney, I'm gonna be at work an extra hour that night too. Laugh out loud. That's my cousin Preston.
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate you. Hey, JB Smooth, any last thoughts? We gotta go.
Oh, man. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready.
Ooh, he done took my thing. So ain't no business like show business. You got a motto yet, Demar?
No, I ain't
You
got no
still
motto,
in Tulsa?
no.
Y'all don't have mottos around
No,
here?
I don't know about everybody else. I just don't have one.
We gonna get her like 2 or 3 mottos. You
Damali,
gotta live by
she
something.
got something. She just ain't saying it.
I don't know what it is right now.
She not
She
swift
got
on
one.
her Swips.
We came too quick. We
Yeah,
fast.
I wasn't
Arkansas,
ready.
you
I
gotta
wasn't
think
ready,
fast.
so, yeah.
In Arkansas, you gotta think real
Damali
fast.
is the prep queen. Yeah, she got to be prepped.
All
It's
right.
all good.
Yeah. So, all right, y'all. We got to get ready to go. Y'all share this video. Mary Jo Bowens. Hey, that's our
Hey.
sister. Love you. Thanks for tuning in. Share this live. Please share this because you know we went over a lot of good information for contractors, for business owners, and all of that. But we got to go, y'all, man. Shout out to Uncle Bobby
Yes.
for giving us this opportunity. And if you want to help us stay on the air, please consider donating to Eden Media Services to help our community radio continue to stay on the air. You can send your donation made payable to Eden Media Services, sitting at the 1216 North Lansing Avenue. Sweet D, we moved on up just a little bit, y'all. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. This has been News You Can Use. Your boy Charles Hopper, that's me,
And Damali Wilson, that's me.
along with JB Smooth, and we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., so make sure you tune in.
If you'd like to promote or advertise your event or business on this show, inbox us on all social media, especially Facebook at World One Development. Fitting Back In, Edgerec Tulsa, 36th Street North Event Center, or go to nycu.fm. This has been World One Development's News You Can Use with your host, Mr. Charles Harper, and most magnificent, always on her toes. And the sun don't need permission to shine on her, Miss Damali Wilson.
Just
I
like
got
that,
you,
y'all.
Damali.
Yes.
Yeah, this is definitely the show where you need to hang out at, man. You guys keep tuning in with us. Thank you so much. If you're on, no matter where you're watching at, YouTube, social media, Facebook, our website, thank you for tuning in today. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the hosts and their guests and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or the groups or individuals associated with KBOB 89.9, Eden Media Services, World One Development, and NYCU.FM. All right? Last word?
Love
Hey.
y'all.
Check this out. Linda Jean Rogers Lambert says, unity. Black Wall Street is a spirit. I like that. That's why it can't die. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, Miss Linda. We appreciate that.
We're going to wrap it up
Yes.
right there. Love y'all. Have a good one.